Hello Pisces, welcome to your October reading. I'm starting off with you guys. Why? Because you had the most insane views I have ever gotten since I started this YouTube channel. And I know I haven't been on here for long, but I absolutely appreciate all of your support, your messages, your likes, your views, your comments, all of it. All of you who have reached out, who have, come to following me. Look at that. Speaking of Pisces, Queen of Cups, all of those that have followed me onto Instagram, who have sent me DMs over on Instagram. Thank you so much. I absolutely appreciate all of your continued support for my new subscribers and my old ones. Thank you so much. This is your October monthly reading, okay? And hopefully we'll be able to do a mid-month check-in, or at least as we exit Libra season and go into Scorpio. So this is the World card that just flew out. What are you guys ending? What kind of cycles are ending and beginning? Let me adjust my lighting here just a minute. So I've got two new decks. Those of you that were on my Instagram that helped me vote for October reading new decks. We got the Healing Light Tarot, and we've got the Deviant Moon Tarot. These will be my October readings. For the monthly readings, I will also pull a few oracles and probably clarify if I need to with my regular decks, my true and faithful decks. So let's get started. I'm just kind of going to go, random, trying to feel your guys' energies and see what comes out. And I'm also going to touch on your love lives, okay? So you've got the Nine of Wands with the Seven of Cups. Some of you Pisces are tired of dealing with the illusions. I should say delusions, right? Especially if you're dealing with an earth sign, King of Pentacles. So you're kind of taking a break of like this daydream stance of yours. You had these plans in mind, or maybe this King of Pentacles had some plans in mind if you're dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What I see here for some of you Pisces, look at this. A definite idea or thought of coming together, seeing the light and realizing I want it all, and this is who I want it with. The light opens up for you. And I feel as though this has been a long time coming. That road is opening up. You're just like, finally, right? What is going on? Because, them pentacles, they're on the slow train, right? So let me just pull a few cards. For those of you who have never, that's a Tower card. We'll touch upon it in just a minute. For those of you who have yet to book a reading with me, when I do personal readings, I generally start my readings, Temperance, by, just testing out your energy, pulling out random cards while I shuffle and see what messages might come about, because I know that not all general readings resonate with everyone. So I thought I'd do the same thing for all of you guys in the month of October and see if anything different pops out. So some of you may not resonate with the entire reading, but some of these little mini messages might resonate with some of you. Okay, so you got the Tower and the Temperance card, and the Queen of Wands and the Two of Swords, along with the Page of Cups and the Emperor. So 3 different messages is how I'm feeling it. Some of you are feeling as though that there's a definite sense of collapse to what you thought you had been working so hard to build upon. The problem is that Spirit is saying, look, homegirl or homeboy, you were trying to build this a little too quickly. Sometimes we skip a few steps. Sometimes we ignore a few steps. Sometimes we purposely take shortcuts. When it's not on a firm foundation, little hiccups, little road bumps, little speed bumps, they pop up for a reason, to remind you to slow your roll, to remind you that just because you want things like one and done and let's get this over with and come on, and you want to be hasty about it because you're all up in that, momentum, universe is saying, no, no, certain things take time. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Wands with the Two of Swords. Again, if you are feeling this Tower and Temperance energy, if that connects with you, the Queen of Wands with the Two of Swords. You have these ideas, these manifestations, these things that you have been working on. You have certain plans. And what comes to mind is that you kind of have your hand in everything. You're giving birth to new ideas, but this time around, because this isn't the first time that you've had all these different ideas, right? But this time around, you have the momentum, you have the guts, you have, you know, whatever strength, courage you needed to finally just get off the couch, get off the chair, get off the toilet, you know, and just get up and start taking action. Because for far too long, there was a little bit of self-doubt there where you just weren't sure. Do I? Don't I? Do I? Don't I? But look, when I look at this Two of Swords, right? You have the wisdom, your third eye. You can see intuitively into what you should be taking flight, right? Like, you know, look, I've got this burning desire within me to start this, to do that. But that sense of fear of starting over, of switching positions, careers, relationships, homes, whatever it may be, it's got you a little bit nervous. You know, so it's easier for you to turn a blind eye. But when you do that, you miss out on opportunities. And now I've got the Page of Cups and the Emperor. So what I'm feeling here for some of you is that, yeah, you've been contemplating on making some sort of offer to someone. But this is something that you've been thinking about for some time. I don't see him looking towards the future. I see him looking towards the past, as though this is something you should have done a while back. And now you've stepped into your Emperor boots and you're saying, now I've got what it takes to make that offer. And we're going to turn this Page of Cups to look towards the future. So again, as I was saying, for some of you, Ace of Cups, you've got love coming in, or a new project, new ideas, new endeavors, something that you'll absolutely love. When I do personal readings, I start off by, you know, tuning in, honing into your energy. And I do that just by shuffling whatever random deck I have that calls to me. Because a lot of times you have this idea of, I hope this comes out in this reading. I hope this comes out. I'm really hoping that I get some clarity on this or on that. Or, you know, what about, you know, this situation? But Spirit sometimes says, yeah, honey, I know you want clarity on that, but you've also got to pay attention to XYZ over here, because that connects with what you've been contemplating. And a lot of times we don't see that. So when I do personal readings, I read with the intention and the goal to help you find clarity. So for those of you that have been contemplating or thinking of getting a personal reading from me, my information is in the description box below. This has probably been like the biggest intro I've ever done. So here's the Death card for some of you. There are big changes that you've been thinking of making. Look at it, an Ace of Cups. You guys have some crazy energy. You've probably been waiting for this reading, right? Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, and Ace of Wands. Okay. All right, some of you guys got some passionate new love energy coming in. Oh dear. Okay. I feel as though, because this came out after that Ace of Cups and Three of Cups, that there was a third person that you've kind of had to kick to the curb. You thought it was working out with one person. What is up with you guys? Eight of Swords. Yeah, somebody here is stuck in their head about whether or not they ended up with the right person. You left one person to go with another. King of Swords. You cut them out and you went your own way. You went different directions. And now that you did that, which you thought is what you wanted, Seven of Swords, look at that. You definitely went your own way. Now that you thought that you've moved on to what you wanted and you're realizing, hey, maybe the grass isn't greener the way I thought it would be. I think you've got some little bit of doubts here. But it's all right. Whoever that message was for. Give me 1 second. So let's finally get started with your reading. All right, Pisces, for the month of October 2018. What does Pisces have going on? What is the most important message Pisces needs? Oh, look at that. Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess. Judgment. Hello. 3 majors. Whew. Pisces, you've been waiting for this reading, right? The World card. Okay. All right. Let me stop right there. I feel as though the collective, Pisces as a collective, obviously, not all general readings will resonate with everyone, but we each have our own sense of situations, relationships, certain things that may have, not the exact same thing. Not every Pisces can be possibly going through the exact same thing, but when a general message applies to the collective, it's because they are not all of them, but most of you are going through something along the lines where this type of clarity can help you. You have 4 majors. Now, in the month of October, I do feel that for you Pisces, wow, you are going to be in your intuition like super strong, like you've probably never felt it before. I'm really feeling as though October really opens your eyes. It is a turning point. I know for some of you water signs, you thought July was a turning point. There was a lot of big changes because I felt as though July, Cancer season, really had some major changes for a lot of people. But Pisces, this is your turning point. This is major shifts, closing of one cycle, trusting your intuition. You are lifting the veil of truth, really getting to the bottom of things. And you're taking these second looks, second opportunities. It's like you're going back. You're going back with a magnifying glass to really reassess the different decisions and changes that you've made, the things that you have actively tried to heal from, have actively tried to say, no, that's not going to happen anymore. I didn't like this. I don't like that. I don't want to go through that again. Right? And I feel as though with Venus retrograde coming October 5th, goes through November 16th, let me tell you, Pisces, you're going to feel a lot of that unresolved emotions, energies from past relationships, past decisions that you've made that have affected your personal relationships. Doesn't have to be love. It can be, for most of you it is. But it can also be family relationships, how we get along with our parents, with our siblings, with our relatives, with our, whoever, how we get along with our coworkers, how we get along with our friends, if we've lost touch with certain people. This is where you finally hone in on what went wrong and how am I going to fix this? And how do I reassure that this isn't going to happen again? Because you are so strongly in tune with your intuition. Pay attention to those dreams. Pay attention to that inner knowing, that feeling that you get about something or someone. Trust your intuition, especially this month. There are karmic cycles that come to an end, but there are also, and this is big for some of you, there are also patterns, old ways, old habits, bad, like pretty much the shit that didn't work out for you in the past, right? So your way of doing things, you know, old patterns of how we dealt with certain situations, certain people, and just an overall in the way your attitude and your, you know, outlook. I feel as though you're turning a new leaf, right? So you're feeling, I don't want to go through this shit anymore. What can I do? It's self-reflection, right? What can I do so that I don't go through that again? Besides the usual, I'm going to cut that person out. Well, I don't want to go through that with them again. Well, guess what? I don't need to see them again. And then you just cut them out and you think over and done with, wash my hands of it, right? But there's more to it. And I feel as though that this month, you're really going to dive into that. You're going to really see, well, you know, not entirely Pisces' fault, not entirely the other person's fault, but what part did I play and how things played out. And those types of feelings are going to be so, so strong this month as you start really, really feeling yourself, your intuition, your inner knowing. You start feeling more and more in tune with what is in fact best for you. And I feel as though finally, after a really long time, you're starting to really, really trust your own judgment, because I feel as though some of you were having a difficult time with it. And it's like you still put up that front of like, I know what's best for me. But in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, fuck, I hope I don't fuck this up, right? Or like, oh shit, this better not blow up in my face, right? But you hone in on your intuition. You are confident about the life cycles, karmic patterns, behaviors, toxic patterns and behaviors. You feel so confident about just shutting the door on that shit. And you feel so incredibly victorious as you move on because you've let go of that weight. And this can go in through the entire Venus retrograde area, right? If it's for some of you with your, you know, with your Venus retrograde season affecting you in this way, because Venus retrograde will absolutely bring up, you know, issues from the past, relationships that have had hiccups. So you don't want to deal with that, you know, stuffy old ex that you know is probably going to come around. But ask yourself why. I'm tired of his shit. Why does he feel comfortable enough to come around? Why does she feel comfortable enough to come around? Is there unresolved issues? Unfinished business? This is where Venus retrograde, don't be afraid, but you say, thank you, Venus. Thank you for reminding me I didn't want that person. Or thank you for reminding me that I still got love for that person loves me. And I've got to do some inner work. Or I recognize that they're still doing the inner work. Okay, and so we've got Page of Swords. And again, it is about cutting out the excess, cutting out the bullshit, really, really just figuring out what is best for me, what can I do to better myself, my decisions, the changes I make for myself in my future. Yeah, see? So when Venus retrograde kicks in, you may be reminded of past heartaches, relationships that didn't work. And you going through this instant pity party, like, oh, what was me? Why am I feeling this? Why did I see them? Why did I run into them? Why? Why? Because you're not completely over it. And that's why. You can turn your back on it. Doesn't mean you're over it, right? King of Wands. 7 of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, one more card. And let's finish up this October reading, and I'll pull a couple of oracle cards for you guys. Ace of Wands. Okay. We had that earlier too. Let's see if you guys can see it clearly because I'm a little OCD about that. All right, here we go. Right. There go 10 seconds of my life I'll never get back trying to straighten out cards. So here we go. Page of Swords, Three of Swords, King of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So as you really start honing in on your intuition, making these changes, cutting out the bullshit, you know, closing out one life cycle, closing out karmic cycles, finally saying, I've learned, I'm washing my hands of it. I know what to do, what not to do. I understand that the heartache I've had in the past, I may have had some responsibility in it, some hand in it, right? And it's okay. We don't need to go through a pity party. We don't need to go through self-loathing. We don't need to go through, you know, these woe is me, I screwed this up, how can I do this? You know, just stop. No self-judgment, no harping on what didn't work out, no harping on the mistakes. We're all here to learn. And so when you shine a light on what exactly it is that you need to change, because like I said, you've really, really honed in on that intuitive feeling, on that way of being able to discern what in fact was it that really affected you the most. Was it the self-criticism, self-judgment? Was it judgment and criticism from others? Was it feeling like no matter what relationship or no matter what idea, business idea, whatever it may be, it just wasn't going to work out? You're getting rid of that type of mentality, and you're getting rid of those relationships that brought out the worst in you. And I just, you know, what came to mind right now, and this is going to apply to somebody, is like, you see that guy with the trumpet all the way at the top, right on top of his light? It's like just, you know, blowing that horn saying, listen up, motherfuckers, I'm done. Right? Listen up, I'm done. I'm done. Bye. Peace out. I see the light. I'm on top of the light. I'm moving on. The 20 to the 21, completion. And we end it with the Ace of Wands. So you get so fired up in being able to cut out the excess and being able to cut out what didn't serve you, the disappointments that were coming in and out of your life. And this King of Wands is a king of action. If you have fire in your chart, man, you are really going to light this bitch up. Okay? And even if you don't have fire in your chart, there may be someone around you, or you may be taking on this energy of the King of Wands, where he doesn't just come across with these great ideas. He's not afraid. Look at, he's got all these, you know, little demons all around him, right? These little kids hanging off of him, and he's like, still walking. Still got my wand here, still wearing my crown. Nothing's going to faze me no matter who's trying to bring me down, right? Because he's always got a fire up his ass. He's always trying to move forward. He's always determined, trying to take action. He's focused and ready to move forward, regardless of what shit from the past was lingering. And so with the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, and you end off with the Ace of Wands. The Seven of Wands really makes me feel as though, you know, you're really standing your ground. Once you've made up your mind and you've decided, no, that person, the way they've been with me in the past, no, they don't get a pass this time. I'm going to keep it cool, and I'm going to tell them, you know what? I may have let that shit slide in the past, but I'm not the same person I was back then. Shit's got to change, and either you're with me or you're not. Peace out. I've put in a lot of work, inner work, self-work, determination into making myself a better person, into healing, into being able to move forward. Where are you at? Am I pushing you back? Am I pushing you away, or am I pulling you in? Because I'm ready to manifest the shit out of my life. I know what I want. because I've taken the time to cut out the bullshit. I know what I want, and I know what I'm going to do, and I know what I've got to get. And I've, you know, it's like you're there. You're there. October is the month for you to really, really hone in on that, to really just manifest and know, like you can literally pinpoint. You can say, yeah, this is what needs to happen. Yeah, this is what we need to take place. What needs to take place, right? I'm going to pull messages from your angels. Oracle, what is the most important message Pisces needs to hear for the month of October 2018? It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Angel Athena, right? So don't be afraid of having to cut out toxic relationships, having to cut out toxic behaviors. So you give up drinking in the month of October, and then your friends want to go to happy hour, and it's like, okay, I'll have a club soda and lime. And then they start making you feel bad that you're not drinking, but it's like, I don't need a drink. We're friends, we're cool, right? We could chill, we could talk. Why do I need to have a drink in my hand? You know, because what happens is you start evolving, you start changing, your habits change, the things that you like, your hobbies, the way that you are and how you are evolving and how your path is being illuminated. Not everyone is going to be on that same path with you. It might take them a while to catch up to you, if they even do. So don't be afraid to be powerful in a gentle and loving way. To say, I understand, but maybe this isn't the right time for us to work on whatever it was that we've been trying to work on. It's time for us to get clear about why we had this Three of Swords in the past that's trying to resurface. It's time we get clear about what caused this Three of Swords and how we're going to cut it out so that we only take the lessons from it and move forward. Because when you forgive, you have an understanding of the why. You might not like it, you might not agree with it, but it's something that you can say, I forgive this heartache, this disappointment, this whatever it was that really broke your heart and left you disillusioned. Because this heartache has been necessary for your inner work. And it just leaves you that much more fired up with this Ace of Wands at the end. So before I finish off this reading, I'm going to pull, let's see, let me pull a couple other oracles here. Archangel Michael. I don't know, I was just feeling that one there. Archangel Michael Oracle. Archangel Michael, what message do you have for Pisces for the month of October 2018? Please give them your guidance, your love, and your protection. What message do you have for Pisces, October 2018? This situation is already resolved. I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this, and then you speak your truth in a divinely perfect way. So the reason why this situation is already resolved, inner knowing, right? The inner knowing. The fact that you've come to this conclusion many times before. However, you're finally acting on it is what I'm feeling. And so I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love Oracle card and see what we can best do for Pisces in love. Practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. Okay, Pisces. I will do your love reading. Let me see. Your love reading will be coming shortly. I did want to do a separate love reading I keep going back and forth. Let me know, guys, if you want your general and love readings together in one reading, or if you want me to keep them separate as I have been doing in the past, okay? And yeah, if you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. For those of you that are not following me on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at Virgoangeltarot. Also, every month I post up a reading special. So I always announce it on Instagram first. If you're interested in booking a reading, I am currently having a 10/31 special, October 31st, 10 card Celtic spread reading for $31 US. Okay, so my information again is in the description box below. You can book immediately by following the links below, or you can find me on Instagram, send me a DM, or email me. Again, thank you so much for your support. All you newbies, new subbies, thank you so much for joining, and take care. We'll see you hopefully mid-month. Bye.